What's up, everybody? I'm Casey Gilman, Church Administration here at Emmaus, and you are?
I am Brian Holt, the best golfer at Emmaus.
That's actually... You know what? Let's talk about that. That is actually... This is the second week of the month for videos to go out. Or is it the third, actually, technically? Because the first is what we're doing this month.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. It is the second. Okay. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But today we were talking about something fun.
Yeah.
Tell us what that is.
Golf.
Yeah. We're talking about golf. We're going to talk about the fact that Brian's not the best golfer at Emmaus.
Oh. But you are also not the best golfer.
Correct. I wasn't claiming I was.
We should do a tournament to figure out who the best golfer is. I know that I've been beaten by Dan Bendel a number of times.
Mm-hmm. I would say, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to roll through all the golfers. We've got Dan Bendel, my dad, you, me, Micah.
Micah's picked it up.
He's picked it up some.
Well, there's a few guys that we used to play back in the day.
Okay.
Tom Verbicki, actually.
Yeah.
Played with him years ago.
I forgot about that.
Jim Booker and I played. The four of us used to go. Jim Booker, Tom Verbicki, Stuart Towns, and myself would go out and play. And they would all play with their woods were made of wood.
That's wild.
Not saying they're old, but their clubs were.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I don't know who else is a golfer.
I can't think
I'm sure there's got to be other people.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Sorry if we forgot you.
That's all right. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. I wasn't apologizing to you.
Yeah, I just am used to people apologizing to me.
Are you wronged a lot?
I don't
know. Well, I would say probably if I had a best guess, it would be Dan.
Yes. I mean, like I said, he's beaten me
a
number of times.
Right.
So if you're not a golfer, if you don't like golf, we're sorry. But also we're not sorry. Because this is a fun episode.
Yeah.
And so we just wanted to do something. We've actually, one of the things that is we bond over very often is playing golf.
Yeah.
And more likely are how bad we've played golf.
That's
the
very
most recent
true,
time.
to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get started playing golf, Casey?
Well, so I have two older brothers, as pretty much everyone in the entire world knows, because I talk about them all the time. But my middle older brother started playing golf when I was in the 4th grade. He started taking lessons, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then to the coach, I got a lesson or two, and the coach was like, hey, she might not be that bad. And I was sold from then on out, and it's been quite the roller coaster as is golf.
Yeah, sometimes one round can be a roller coaster.
Yeah. So
you got started 4th grade, you said?
Yeah, so I was 9.
9. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very different.
Okay.
I did not start playing golf until I think I was 35.
Wow.
So another 15 years for you.
Yeah.
and that's when I started playing golf.
Wait a minute. What year was that?
Not 15 years.
Not to age you, but...
Wait, you're 20.
Yeah. And
I was 35.
Yeah.
It's been 9 years.
How old?
I was 2012. I don't know. That math doesn't add up.
But how much older are you than me? Because if you were 35 and I was 9, we could have started playing golf within the same year.
Oh, that is wild.
That's what I was like.
So...
Well, how old were you when Micah was born?
I was 23 when Micah was born.
And 9 years later, you would have been 32. So I've been playing golf longer than you have.
See?
Somebody watching this is going to be ashamed of our math, but...
Yeah, somebody else can figure out exactly.
You tell us.
I started playing golf. I it was shortly after I became pastor here.
Okay. Yeah.
And a guy that I did construction with, he has 2 brothers, and so there's 3 Campbell brothers, and they usually do an annual golf trip, and they had been inviting just different guys to be the fourth.
Right.
So they invited me to go on this trip. And so it was 3 days of playing golf.
Mm-hmm.
We had unlimited golf at 3 different courses.
Wow.
And so my first course that I ever played is this really nice course called Stonehouse. It's out in New Kent County.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gorgeous course. It's getting better now. It kind of had a dip there a couple years ago, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great course. But that was the first day I'd ever played golf. And it's a pretty tough course. Like, it's not easy.
And as a first day golfer, it's not easy to to get to the hole.
Fortunately, we were doing like this modified, like captain's choice.
Yeah.
So
okay,
it moved along. So it was mostly just me. But I'm just kind of learning. I'm not keeping my own score and like that. So that's
such a good way to learn.
It was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So 3 days of that, like
mm-hmm.
we played 90 some holes in 3 days.
That's crazy.
So,
did you walk all that?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was about to say, like,
not at all.
I'd be dead
that
after
course,
the first 30 holes.
Stonehouse has 12 miles of cart path.
Wow.
So, a normal course, you might walk 5 miles.
Yeah.
That's kind of fairly standard. If you walked Stonehouse, you walked 12 miles.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So for all the non-golfers out there, to add some context, most people either carry their clubs and walk the course,
mm-hmm.
or ride and, ride the course with the clubs. Now, some people also have a cart that you walk the course, but you get to pull your clubs.
And some really old guys, if you go out to like Mill Quarter,
mm-hmm.
they have remote controlled carts.
Wow.
That like they keep a little key fob and they can either control it or it will follow them. Wow. Which is pretty cool. You ever seen one of those?
Cool. I have not seen one of those. That's a little too bougie for me.
Yeah, it's bougie, but
so
is golf.
So is golf.
Some might
actually.
Some might say golf in itself is bougie. So anything about it might also be bougie.
And you know what? It is and it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
say more about that.
I buy my golf shirts at Walmart in the men's section. About like $8 a piece.
Okay.
It's a pretty non-bougie way to go.
That is. Yep.
But my clubs are TaylorMades. They're not the nicest in the world, but they're pretty nice.
Mm. Yeah.
And expensive.
Yeah.
Which I think is why people are like, it's a bougie course.
That's true. Bougie. It is. It's tough to get started in golf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my clubs are nice, but I think my putter is the only club that I bought new. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything else I either got from my brother-in-law who plays golf, or I bought it at like Play It Again Sports or something.
That's the real way to go, is know someone who plays golf. So I've been playing since I was 9, and I got my first set of clubs that was my own.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas of 2020, maybe.
Oh, really?
Every set I had before that, the first 2 were my brother's old sets. The third one was my mom's.
Oh.
And the 4th set was actually my dad's. I had my dad's irons and everything in my bag through when I played in high school.
Yeah.
I played with his clubs.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
They were they're nice clubs. They're very similar to the ones I have now, but they needed a lot more power than I could muster.
Then you could whip up.
Yeah, I did all right. It was better than the graphite women's clubs that my mom's were.
Oh, yeah. Those things are like...
I think they bought them when they first got married. And they're Rams.
Oh.
Graphite shaft women's clubs.
Some old ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so why do you love golf so much?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why it's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually you don't while you're playing.
There's at least one time during every round of golf where you're seriously considering quitting.
Yes.
Yes.
At minimum.
Yes.
And so there are many times that, especially when I first started playing, that I would get really angry at how I was playing. And I would be like, I'm done with this. I'm never playing again.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents would never let me quit if I was mad at my last round.
Oh, yeah.
It always make you like play another.
Yeah. You can quit once you're happy with one,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a great strategy.
Isn't it? Because I never quit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never want to quit after a great round. So
Yeah, that's right.
You're always like, just playing a good round is like ultimate. Like that's what you're going for. And so that whenever you do that, just the once,
yeah,
keeps you going forever and ever.
Absolutely.
The one good shot you hit on a round.
Yeah. They used to call it the $60 shot. Now it's probably like an $80 or $100 shot because that's how much a round of golf costs. But yeah, it's that one shot that you're like, that's why I play this game.
Yeah.
And then the other 80 to 100 shots, not as great.
Depending on how many holes you play.
It's true.
Or how bad you are. Somebody watching this is like 100 shots in one round. Yeah. Why do you really play golf?
Oh man. Well, actually the average of, if you take all the golfers in the whole world, the average score of all the golfers in the whole world is 120.
Makes me feel really good about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then I forget the percentage, but like the percentage of golfers that break 100 is very small.
Yeah.
Percentage of golfers that break 90 is super small. So it is like if you're breaking 100, you're way better than average. So
yes. So that is
take that.
Piggyback off that. The second reason I really like playing golf is I'm competitive, extremely competitive, and I'm a girl, and not a lot of girls play golf. So in high school, it was really fun to play golf and beat all the guys that I played with.
That's awesome.
Because I grew up with brothers, and that was what
that's like your dream is to beat boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that in one of my children. I won't say who, but I've definitely seen that. One of my girls.
It's a strong drive.
Definitely, like when she would play football or soccer with her older brothers, one of whom was like 4 years older than her. She had no thought in her mind that she should lose. She believed that she should absolutely win.
I respect it.
And
it doesn't work.
Like, no. It's like he's 3 feet taller than you. He's got 50, 60 pounds on you. You're not going to win. But anyway, that's what we're again, not saying who that was, but she's now going to be a Division I lacrosse player. So
it got her somewhere.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Why do you love golf?
I will tell you, I've thought about this a lot.
Okay.
And I know like golf is something that I cannot focus on anything else but playing golf.
Okay.
And it is one of the very few things in my life where I have to be single-minded.
Okay.
Everything else, if I'm sitting at this desk working on a sermon, it is hard for me not to think about all the other things. I'm getting text messages, I'm getting emails, it is hard to be focused on one thing. Whenever, and that's in every aspect of my life. If I'm driving down the road, it's hard for me to be focused on one thing. Golf is that thing that I cannot think about anything else because you have to stay super focused.
Yeah.
So there's something about that, just that, whether or not I'm playing well, but that is almost like a break for my brain. So that is a huge, like just almost mental health kind of thing where it's like, it's crazy because everything else I do in life is just like, my mind is like sectioned off and like 3 different things are moving at one time. Yeah. With golf, you can't do that. Yeah. Like you have to be locked in. So
that is so true though. You cannot focus on anything else. But that's super cool. That's a good thought.
Yeah. It's there. I mean, there's other things I've done but if you go running, you're thinking that your mind is wandering. If my mind wanders, like that's not like, to me, it wanders to things that I have to do or anxieties. And then I'm doing this other thing, so I can't do any of those right now. Right. And I feel guilty that I can't do those things. And then maybe so it goes to a place where I'm like, then I feel completely guilty about what I'm doing. And I'm like, no, this is supposed to be good for me. So that's why, to me, like golf, I just have to be. And if I'm with friends, like it's a good, it's just a good time. So
yeah. No, it's very true.
Yeah.
I would say it also is actually helpful with people are going to laugh at this. It's helpful with a lot of life skills.
Yeah.
Because you get really frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get frustrated and you let your frustration win, your whole round is gone.
Yeah.
Like, you are not recovering from that. So if you learn how to be frustrated and move on and recover,
yeah,
mental toughness.
Mental toughness is huge.
For sure.
I think that, that's huge with wrestling. I think is the best sport for mental toughness, and golf probably is up there too, because you just have to rebound. I used to know a guy who was an executive at a big construction company, and he said that they would actually use golf as a way to interview people, because you could see if they cheat, you could see how they react to anger, your frustration. You could see lots of things about people that they don't realize they're showing you on a golf course, and then judge whether or not you want them to be part of your team. So I think that's interesting too. That's true. We should have done that as an interview for you. I need to start doing that, because now that we interview people once, it's been once since I've been here that we've interviewed someone for a job, and that was you. We really didn't even interview you.
Did I go to the interview?
You didn't know it was an interview.
Apparently, I don't. I remember asking about it, and then coming in to learn how it was done.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was my interview process.
I interviewed you in the drive-through line at Chick-fil-A. You didn't know it then, did you?
That's true. No, I don't think you knew that I was gonna work here either.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, you always came through the third lane. I don't know why you did that, but
it's the outside one, right?
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable in the outside lane. It's like I can jet if I need to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that's golf. If you don't play, you should.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, someone you know plays and or has a set of golf clubs in their basement.
That you could borrow and or steal and go out and play.
Don't steal, actually.
And if you want to challenge myself or Casey to a round of golf,
done.
We're on. So
unless, actually, even if you're really, really good, you know that you beat us, as long as you can show me how to get better.
All right. There it is.
Perfect.
That's golf.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Now you know how it relates to Jesus.
Oh gosh, we didn't even think about that. So, okay, here it is. No, this works for all sports. Okay. Without over spiritualizing things.
Right.
And this goes kind of like a theological thing. It's the theology of like understanding that God gives gifts to us in order for us to see him, to understand his power. Like going out into a golf course, one, you see nature. You see the beauty of nature. There's so many opportunities to wonder at God's creation on the golf course. That's one. There are so many times that you have opportunities to repent of angry thoughts and feelings on the golf course. I've actually spent a lot of times when I used to play by myself. It's been a while since I played by myself, but I would basically pray almost the whole round as I'm walking. And I would used to be a pretty standard thing on Monday mornings. I would go and walk 18 holes because it was like cheap on Monday. And I actually I had a membership at a course for a little bit, but, and I could just go out and walk and pray because Monday was my day off. And I go and 8:00 as early as I could get there and walk around a golf in like an hour and a half. And it was awesome. And then competition, I think Paul talks a lot about competition in scripture. So competition is not a bad thing. And especially when it's competition against yourself. You know, Paul says,
which is what golf is.
It is. Paul says, I beat my body and make it my slave so that after I've preached, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. Like there is something about athletics in general, competition, that helps train our minds for what we're called to do as Christians. So,
yeah.
Is that convincing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and then there's practical aspects of it. Like it's an easy thing to get someone out and hang out and build relationships and fellowship, and or show what you're truly like on the golf course, so people see you at your worst and still wonder, man, what's up with them?
That's right.
They're pretty cool. I don't know.
Oh man.
But I also agree, like, without over spiritualizing everything, because we are also allowed to just have fun.
Yeah. Yep.
And enjoy God's creation.
Do it for the glory of God.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
That's golf.
Well, I hope you enjoyed. That's golf.
All right.
Bye.
See you next time.